What is up, everybody? My name is the Osinator, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another episode of MyGM Mode. We are on episode 17, and we are continuing the road to Extreme Rules, and we do got some solid match cards here tonight from both Raw and Smackdown. So without further ado, let's get into it. And first up, we have the next match, the third match in the four-match tournament of the number one contenders WWE Championship Series. We have Ricochet taking on one half of the Raw Tag Team Champions, Gunther. Obviously, both of these guys will be taking part in the tag team match at Extreme Rules in a rematch for the Raw Tag titles, as Ricochet and Jeff Hardy are using their rematch clause. But I decided to give them a little bit of a warm-up against each other, but this time in the form of a number one contenders tournament. Obviously, Finn Balor and Robert Roode, who we will be seeing later on, they advanced, so whoever wins will be part of the Final Four. Now, how the Final Four matches are how the semifinals are gonna work, well, I'll figure that out. But this is the first match, or the third match, I guess you could say, but first match of the show. Let's see who wins here.
1, 2, 3.
Ooh, Gunther advances. He is now part of the Final Four. It starts with 8, but it whittles down to 4 as Gunther defeats Ricochet. So now he joins Robert Roode and Finn Balor in the semifinals. So that's an interesting lineup right there. So we will have a new challenger. Now we get a charity promo from The Rock, obviously coming up short against Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. But he's hoping to do Raw some good by giving us some extra fans. You love to see it. And now next we have Heavy Machinery, the heel Heavy Machinery, taking on Finn Balor and the WWE Champion Randy Orton. Obviously, Otis took on Finn Balor last episode in one of the tournament matches, and he lost. So he wants revenge a little bit. So Finn Balor calls upon the WWE Champion Randy Orton, but it looks like Roman Reigns is running in on Randy Orton to, I guess, continue their feud going into Extreme Rules. So let's see what happens here. Oh, but Randy Orton and Finn Balor win the match, though. 3-star match again. Very good, very good. You'll love to see it. And we get a call-out promo from Jeff Hardy to Alexander Wolf. Again, both of these guys looking to settle the score in the big tag match at Extreme Rules. Obviously, Ricochet and Gunther have some problems, but we get an excellent promo from Jeff Hardy. And as a matter of fact, Jeff Hardy will be in the next tournament match, the next episode, but I don't know who he's going to face yet, so we will see. And now, of course, we have Becky Lynch taking on the one half of the new Women's Tag Team Champions, Tegan Nox. Becky Lynch, who's been having problems with Bayley over the last number of weeks, and looks like Becky Lynch is looking to get some revenge on Bayley and hopefully get a Women's Tag Team title match. So let's see how this goes here.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, Becky Lynch gets a big win over Tegan Nox in a 2-star match. Okay, the rivalry does grow, level 2. It's alright. It's alright. The rivalry is growing a little bit. And now we get a self promo from Karrion Kross. Obviously, Karrion Kross, who has really had an average season thus far. He hasn't really been able to reach the tip of the iceberg, I guess you could say. But Karrion Kross looking to cut a huge promo here to, alright, good promo. So he's kind of saving himself a little bit. He's kind of trying to build himself back up again. And now it is time for the main event of Monday Night Raw as Keith Lee takes on Robert Roode. Now, I know a lot of people are saying, well, why is Keith Lee taking on Robert Roode again? Well, these two guys have been in a rivalry for the last number of weeks, and Keith Lee wanted a matchup in the main event, and I figured, well, maybe to grow the rivalry a little bit, I decided to put Keith Lee and Robert Roode in the same match. And plus, we haven't seen these two in action in a while, so this will be very interesting. So, Keith Lee taking on Robert Roode. Who is going to win? Let's find out. Alright, we are here in Cleveland, Ohio for Monday Night Raw, and here comes the limitless Keith Lee. But has he reached his limits here on Monday nights? We're going to have to wait and see, because Keith Lee, ever since we started MyGM mode, he hasn't really done much, shall we say. He's kind of fallen from he's fallen below expectations.
Making his way to the ring from Wichita Falls, Texas, weighing in at 320 pounds, Keith Lee.
So Keith Lee, who's been, well, he's been sort of in the title picture, but ever since, you know, the first episode of MyGM mode, Keith Lee really hasn't been able to really find his groove, if that makes any sense. I mean, Keith Lee has yet to really be put in a situation where he could possibly make himself into a bigger star. He has failed to become #1 contender on a couple of occasions, and he's floundered, but I'm hoping that tonight in the main event of Monday Night Raw, he can really shine as he takes on one of his biggest rivals, Robert Roode. So it'll be very interesting to see how Keith Lee will fare here tonight, as he is very impressive either way. But now, speaking of a tough competitor, here comes the man who beat Keith Lee to even get into the semifinals. And the crowd singing "Glorious." And this crowd not really happy to see Robert Roode here tonight. Probably disappointed that Keith Lee did not advance, but...
And his opponent, representing Dirty Dogs from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 235 pounds, the glorious Robert Roode.
He is a dirty dog indeed, but this dirty dog can be the WWE Champion in the near future, depending on what happens here. So if Robert Roode wins the WWE Championship, does that make Monday Night Raw the era of Glorious? But it would be more glorious than Smackdown, I would have to say. But so these two guys know each other a little bit. So Keith Lee looking to get revenge here. But if Keith Lee were to beat Robert Roode here tonight, you know, and if Robert Roode becomes WWE Champion, Keith Lee could stake claim to a title match somewhere down the line. As the crowd singing along the Glorious, even though they like to boo this man, the song is just really over. As now Robert Roode, sorry about that, Robert Roode was just standing around there. But Robert Roode and Keith Lee gonna take on each other in a one-on-one matchup here. And here we go, bell is rung, and now Robert Roode starting off the matchup. It looks like he's gonna start the match off slamming Keith Lee's head into the corner, and again just trying to daze Keith Lee right in the early going. And a third time Keith Lee's head goes into the turnbuckle. And now look at this, Robert Roode. Oh, look at this, go for a sunset flip powerbomb, but he does not go for the pin combo. And now oh, look at that, knee to the back of the head of Keith Lee. See, look at that, Robert Roode is just he's a student of the game, I guess you could say. But just a one count on Keith Lee. But Robert Roode going up to the top rope. As Robert Roode now calling up for Keith Lee to get up. As now, oh, got him into just a massive strike from the top rope. And Robert Roode just choking the life out of Keith Lee. And now Robert Roode again, an elbow drop. And look at that, just an arrogant cover on Keith Lee, but a kick out at one again. Oh, but look at this, Keith Lee's up. Oh, but again, Robert Roode just completely in control of this matchup. And a snapmare by Robert Roode. This is a very dominant performance by Robert Roode. Oh, like a figure 4 submission hold. Keith Lee is in trouble here. If Keith Lee taps out, this is not going to look good for him, but Keith Lee gets out of it. And now Keith Lee got him over the shoulders. And a big punch to the face out of the fireman's carry. And Keith Lee slamming Robert Roode's arm down. Covered by Keith Lee. Cover 2. Oh, no, but a kick out at 2 by Robert Roode. Keith Lee fighting his way back into this matchup. And now Keith Lee got Robert Roode set up for a powerbomb here, and he connects. And a kick to the back of Robert Roode. This is not, oh wait, no, Keith Lee may have been looking to put Robert Roode on the ropes, but Robert Roode, oh no. Oh, look at this, it looks like Keith Lee is choking out Robert Roode. And it looks like Robert Roode may be out there. But Keith Lee, though, oh God. What is Keith Lee going to do on the top rope? But it looks like Keith Lee's going up top. Oh, and a cross body. All that weight on the chest of Robert Roode, too. But a kick out again. Man, this has been a very, very... Oh, wait a minute. I was going to say this is a very... no one can seem to get the upper hand here, but it looks like Keith Lee's going for a sit-out powerbomb. Like a sit-out last ride powerbomb, too. But a kick out again by Robert Roode. And it seems like... Oh, man, just sitting on the back of Robert Roode. And now a punch to the face. And just like that, Robert Roode is just, again, he seems to not... It seems like Keith Lee's showing a little bit of aggression here. I think Keith Lee is taking the loss to Robert Roode last week a little bit serious here. Oh, but Robert Roode again! A counter into an inverted DDT. Just the back of Keith Lee's head just hitting the apron. And now a Northern Light suplex by Robert Roode. Nobody just... No, and again another one. He turns into two, but a kick out of one again. That's just a very impressive move there by Robert Roode. Oh, and it looks like he was going for a big move there. Oh, no! Oh, he caught him! Spirit Bomb! I don't know if he got all of it, though. And he does! What a main event there. Keith Lee getting his win back over Robert Roode. As Keith Lee staring down at his fallen opponent.
Here is your winner, Keith Lee.
So Keith Lee may not have gotten the tournament victory last week, but he does get a victory over Robert Roode this week. Is this a return to form for the limitless Keith Lee? We're just gonna have to wait and see as we still have some time left in MyGM mode for Keith Lee to get something going. So, all right. You like to see it. The rivalry grows into a level 4 feud. So Keith Lee and Robert Roode tied at 1. Could we see a rubber match down the line? We're just going to have to wait and see as Keith Lee goes over Robert Roode. So Keith Lee gets a big win over Robert Roode in the main event in a 3-star matchup. Thus far, it's been a solid couple shows. Nothing too special for both Raw and SmackDown, but SmackDown could get the upper hand, though. We shall see, as now we progress into SmackDown. So we're back in Cleveland, Ohio again, and we have Sasha Banks taking on Candice LeRae here in the opener. Again, both women they've been having some problems as of late, so hopefully, Sasha Banks and Candice LeRae, they've been going back and forth. I believe Candice LeRae won the last match, so let us see who wins this week.
2, 3.
Candice LeRae gets another big win in a 3-star match. Again, very good start here for SmackDown. You like to see it. So, as the rivalry grows, John Cena is going to call out Drew McIntyre, as John Cena did defeat Shawn Michaels to become the #1 contender, so it looks like John Cena will be getting the shot first against Drew McIntyre. But what happens in the main event? Well, we're gonna get to that. As John Cena is calling out Drew McIntyre, this will start a feud between the two. This will be very interesting to see how this will transpire going into Extreme Rules for the Universal Championship, which will be Drew McIntyre's first title defense as of right now. We have Braun Strowman taking on Kyle O'Reilly. A pretty interesting matchup here, as Kyle O'Reilly, who recently just lost the SmackDown Tag Championships to the Outsiders, looking to get a big singles win here. But Braun Strowman, who's been feuding with Rey Mysterio is running in on him. So let's see if that's going to cost Braun the match.
1, 2, 3.
No, Braun Strowman, even with Rey's interference, does get a big win over Kyle O'Reilly, even though it does grow the feud between Mysterio and Braun Strowman. And now Rhea Ripley's going to call out Asuka, as Rhea Ripley, who just recently won back the SmackDown Women's Championship, looks like she's going to have a new challenger as she takes on Asuka. This is going to be very interesting, as both women who are, very similar but different and have a history. I'm very intrigued to see how this rivalry is going to go. As this rivalry goes to a level 2, you love to see it. And next up, we have a new tag team called I believe it's called Samoa Bro, as the team of Samoa Joe and SmackDown's newest signing, Riddle, is going to take on the Street Profits, as the Street Profits did defeat the Outsiders last episode, and they might have a future tag team title match later down the road, but this is going to be very interesting to see how both teams will kind of, how they're going to interact as far as Riddle and Samoa Joe, as Riddle and Samoa Joe are two very different beings here, so I'm kind of curious to see how the tag division is going to shape up, so let's see who wins here.
1, 2, 3.
And the Street Profits win again! Ever since the Street Profits have reunited, they've just been on a roll, so I think they might get a tag title match later down the road, as they just defeated the new team of Samoa Bro. I'm very impressed here by the Street Profits' new, just like this new energy about them. And now Asuka, who, it looks like Asuka's turning heel here. It looks like I think a new attitude for her is going to be very interesting going into Extreme Rules, and especially for her SmackDown Women's Championship match against Rhea Ripley. So let's see how it happens. And an okay promo though, but she does turn heel, which means that Asuka will be the heel, and Rhea Ripley will be the babyface going into Extreme Rules, or the SmackDown Women's Championship match. And speaking of, it's time for our main event, and it is part 1 of Seth Rollins' punishment, as Seth Rollins takes on Shawn Michaels. Now, again, the background of this match is Seth Rollins was supposed to have a rematch for the Universal title after Drew McIntyre used the sledgehammer. But after basically berating Shadowhunter, Seth Rollins now has to go through a 2-match series to even get back into the number 1 contender status, as Seth Rollins has to take on Shawn Michaels, and if he wins here, he has to take on John Cena. But if Seth Rollins does not win against Shawn Michaels or against John Cena, then he will be suspended. So if Seth Rollins loses here, we might see the end of Seth Rollins here, or at least his suspension. So, can Seth Rollins escape punishment here? Let's find out. And now here we go. We're back at Cleveland, Ohio for SmackDown, as the visionary, the Drip God, and most important, a role model to sledgehammer victims everywhere, the former 2-time Universal Champion, Seth Rollins. And he's not letting his fear, he's not showcasing any fear if he has any, as he's telling us to embrace the vision, if it were, as this is a dream match all in itself, Seth Rollins and Shawn Michaels, and it would be interesting if the situation wasn't so dire.
The contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, Seth Rollins!
I mean, we've seen Seth Rollins go the distance before. I mean, he did last an hour in that gauntlet match on Raw, defeating both Roman Reigns and John Cena before getting eliminated. So big match situations are in Seth Rollins' DNA, but the question is, can Seth Rollins beat both Shawn Michaels and John Cena over the next couple of episodes to even get another opportunity at becoming the first ever 3-time Universal Champion in MyGM mode? So we will have to wait and see, as Seth Rollins, I guess you could say the quote-unquote face of SmackDown, has got a huge task tonight, as this is a dream match. But however, if Rollins again loses, he gets fired, so...
And his opponent from San Antonio, Texas, weighing in at 227 pounds, the Heartbreak Kid,
Shawn Michaels coming out here again. I mean, last episode, losing to John Cena. I mean, Shawn Michaels had to be embarrassed. I mean, he got beaten very easily by the leader of the C Nation, John Cena, as even though he did kick out of a super attitude adjustment or a super FU, Shawn Michaels, you know, he still lost very convincingly, and Shawn Michaels looking to avenge that loss and maybe eventually get another opportunity against John Cena down the line. Could be up for grabs here, as he does take on Seth Rollins, who you could argue is this generation Shawn Michaels, but you could say that about anybody. So this is a very big matchup, despite the fact that there's no title or number one contender spots on the line, at least for Shawn Michaels anyway. But for Seth Rollins, though, this is a must-win situation for Seth Rollins here. Can he escape punishment, at least for now? Let's find out, as Seth Rollins looking to start off the matchup here with a neck breaker. And now Seth Rollins looking for a quick cover, but just an arrogant cover, though, but not even a 1 count. Seth Rollins, despite his whole ego, you gotta think he's gonna have the eyes at the back of his head here, just like Shawn Michaels will, as Shawn Michaels has Seth on the ground here. Oh, but Shawn looking for a quick submission victory, though. Shawn Michaels has him in it looks like he's got him in a chin lock or a submission hold there. But now Seth Rollins, though, into a ripcord, oh, but an elbow to the face. But Rollins going up to the top early. Which goes to show you just how important this match is, into a Phoenix Splash. Really early on here. And a quick cover again onto Shawn Michaels. Cover 2. No, a kick out of 2 by Shawn Michaels. And both of these men wearing the same colors here, and just a bunch of punches to the face of Shawn Michaels. Bunch of quick strikes, and now Seth Rollins just with the confidence. And now it looks like Rollins again going back up to the top. And a chant of Seth's not cool. Oh, a nice clothesline by Seth Rollins, top rope clothesline. And again, oh, now a bunch of strikes with the glove. I don't know, there could be a foreign object there in Seth Rollins' one glove, but looks like, again, just like a bit of a submission hold here by Seth Rollins, trying to get Shawn Michaels to tap out. Shawn gets out of it easily, though. And now Shawn Michaels with a gut buster onto Seth Rollins. And now just working on the arm of Seth Rollins, just trying to maybe dislocate that shoulder. But again, a bunch of punches to Seth Rollins. God, again. That's going to cause some swelling to the eye. Now kick to the back, the lower back of Seth Rollins. Cover again by Shawn Michaels. Cover 2. But again, a kick out by Seth Rollins. As Seth Rollins is in a daze here. Oh, kick to the midsection. Oh, no, what? Maybe went for a pedigree there, but Shawn Michaels just avoids it. Shawn Michaels is a veteran of the game. And also, he is best friends with the guy who originated that move, Triple H. And just again, face first into the top turnbuckle, as Shawn Michaels with a bunch of stomps to Seth Rollins, knee to the chin. As now Seth Rollins is currently on the ground. He's writhing in pain, but it looks like Shawn Michaels looking for the elbow drop. The signature elbow drop of Shawn Michaels. Quick cover. Wait a minute. Shawn Michaels using the rope here. He's cheating, ref. No, and a kick out at 2 by Seth Rollins. Kick to the midsection. And now Seth Rollins, I think he's going to show a bit of an aggressive side now. But Shawn Michaels is throwing Seth Rollins right to the outside of the ring. Shawn Michaels now going to take him down with a takedown on the outside. Just midsection first under the ring floor. That's got to hurt. No, and again, Seth Rollins getting kicked in the injured midsection. As now Seth Rollins getting rolled right back inside the ring. I think Seth's hurt. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Shawn Michaels, she's tuning up the band. Sweet chin music! Oh no! Seth Rollins is going to be suspended, too! Shawn Michaels beat Seth Rollins! Which means he's suspended!
Here is your winner, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels!
So Shawn Michaels gets a big win here, but he also cost Seth Rollins his job for the foreseeable future. So Shawn Michaels doesn't lay down for absolutely anybody, no matter the situation, as Seth Rollins has been cost his job, essentially. Whoa, what a turn of events, as that was the main event of SmackDown, but the biggest takeaway here is Seth Rollins is out of a job. My God. So Shawn Michaels wins in the main event, 2.5 star, which creates a new rivalry. That's very interesting, as Seth Rollins gets a big win over HBK. Or no, excuse me, HBK gets a big win over Seth Rollins. Man. What a turn of events this SmackDown has been, as yeah, SmackDown comes to a close. So let's see who comes out on top here. Ooh, okay, so it does look like though that Monday Night Raw won here tonight, as I currently have 2 matches over SmackDown, whereas Shadow beat me in the opener, but we tied in one of the mid-card matches, so it is 2-1-1. So Raw gets the big win here. Let's see here. The mid-card outperformed the opener. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I kind of see that now. Opener main event with the highlights of the show. All right, very, very interesting. Now let's see how many fans we have now. Show quality C, match card quality C. We have star power bonuses. Rating score 104. Very nice, very nice. We got some money here. We got some 30,000 new fans. Holy crap! Roman Reigns just blindsided Randy Orton. We got an incredible tag team. Man, this has been a very interesting. Raw. We are at 2,144,717 fans. So let's see. Are we still? Again, we're still number 2 despite coming out on top this week. So let's see how close it is. So same match card quality. Again, just off by 10,000 fans though. But again, still same. We're both kind of the same in terms of money, but I'm still off by 10,000 fans. So I'm hoping that I can at least get back into this here, as we got network deal payout. So as far as money goes, and in terms of fans, it's still relatively close, like 10,000 fans. So this is going to be big heading into Extreme Rules to see who comes out on top. And we're only week 17, so we still have a ton more episodes, but it's starting to heat up, though, going into Extreme Rules. So, guys, this is going to get interesting, and I can't wait to continue my GM mode. Guys, thank you so much for watching. This is the Osinator, signing out. Peace.